All you have was that little 718 ICOM, Wayne.
He's not but about 70 miles from me or something like this, straight across through there. Sounds good all the time.
You said where he was at, you wouldn't believe it, would he, Robert?
He didn't sound good a couple of weeks ago. Oh, by the way, he heard about you advertising wanting my 740 icon. He had, didn't he? He'd sell you. I was going to come back in and say, contact. Then I told Andy was going to say, go ahead. I was going to say, somebody just called and had a mint condition one. And I said, for how much? They said, $29. Oh, no. I was glad I didn't. Old Rocky's works good if the alignment would help it. That big little radio.
Well, I didn't get all that. Who got a 740 icon? Did they what they put off on Rocky?
Yeah, that's where he got one Kenny Lady man. Needs a line or something wrong with it, Wayne. I believe it's low on frequency. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, he put it on 25, but it's about 38, 24, 950.
I think it had more wrong than that. Well, it's a possibility, Roger. Well, it's a lot better sounding now. I mean, he can get by with what he's got now.
Oh yeah, that little 718 sounds real good for him, and I mean it's got clean audio. You can understand him. Of course, there's a lot better radios out there, and he knows that. But for now, I mean that's a good basic little radio to talk on.
Mitch Cox said, "Oh, that sounds good as anybody's radio."
Yeah, I know, but Mitch put that 3.3 filter in his.
Yeah, without that 3.3, that thing sounded like my balls was on ice. The old Rocky sounds good, old 718 he's got. Don't y'all remember laughing at me when I got that?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That damn JR sent it to me. So y'all could laugh, so he could laugh at me. That's exactly what he done. Yeah, that was his joke. I forget what I traded him for that. I traded him some kind of radio for it, but I don't remember what it was.
I don't know, but you got cheated.
Got that right, but it was brand new. I mean, it was a brand new radio. And I didn't never hear him talk on it.
Figured out a way to put that chip in there, didn't you?
Yeah, all you do is you just have to hardwire it. Put it in. You have to put it in the remote location for the filter, and then cut the main filter that you talk on through it. You just cut those traces out and wire the other one over to it. That's all there is to it. Then you put it in the optional receive filter, and you talk and receive through the same filter. So it wasn't a whole lot to it.
Well, you about got to do the same thing to the AGC circuit, slow it down.
You couldn't find that filter now, probably.
Yeah, they're still out there. The wire to jump the AGC circuit was a whole lot harder than putting that filter in.
Yeah.
pitch.
All that room in there too.
Yeah, it's all surface mount.
That's
You have to scrape the circuit board off and make you a little puddle next to that surface mount resistor. But boy, you ain't got no room.
You know, you need to put one in with that old big Weller sorting gun.
No. No kid, no. That's a whole lot harder than putting that 3.3 filter in other than just cutting them little. It's got that little tiny bitty Murata filter in there that you transmit and receive through. It's a little bitty one. But it's got a space for the big 3.3. Just have to wire it over there.
I don't know why they ain't never corrected that from ICOM and went out to the 3.0 filter at least.
Joe makes them sound better. They sound a lot better on receive, too.
Yeah, that 2.4, you ain't hitting on much.
Well, when I measured that, it was actually on that radio that I got from JR, it was actually a 2.2 filter, not a 2.4.
Oh, Lord, that 200 makes a lot of difference.
That's why it sounded so narrow. That's why he got rid of it so fast.
I bought one brand new, and I think I kept it about 24 hours and cut it loose.
I think that's as long as he kept it before I got it.
Hey, Arnie.
Yeah, Roger.
One time during my radio world time, I don't know what it was, but I was short on money. And so I bought a brand new one just like you did, and the thing that struck me the most was the darn AGC.
Oh, yeah, that AGC, if you don't slow it down, it'll sit there and pump and drive you crazy.
Well, I couldn't slow it down enough.
You put that little jumper in it.
No, I sold it.
And once you put that jumper in it, it puts it on slow AGC, and it's not bad then.
Oh, you can stand to listen to it.
Don't believe I ever had one of those 318s or whatever they are.
718.
You ain't missed nothing. Thinking, but I had a lot of radios, and I don't believe I ever had one.
Out there with a bow thing.
Yep.
I have never had a bow thing either. You ain't missed none, Wayne.
No, you sure ain't. Got a any tone here and there, but I've never took it out of the box. I think that's about like a bow thing.
Pretty close.
That little Icon 7300, I'm going to get me one of them for a backup radio. I love the way they sound.
The best little radio for the price that ICOM's come up with in 20 years.
That's what everybody says.
Bill, I like it awful well. I've had about everything it made, except, some of the cheaper ones I haven't had, but I've had a lot of radios, and I like this one to operate, to live with. The main reason is because it don't weigh in there. I can clean up, I can pull it out of there and blow the dust out with a hair dryer. And without having to go around, I can keep things clear with it.
I've had a bunch of them, and I really love the little radio, but I had to get rid of the last one.
I may get me a 78 or 7300 down the road, but I can't get away from this old vintage radio. I'll just be keeping it, I guess.
In wood?
Yeah, this 950, Wayne.
I wouldn't trade that for one. I've got a 950 too. It's an SDX, but I don't ever use it. I need to.
Mine's just a S, but now it works and looks like a brand new one.
Mitch, I have a Mercury amplifier, one of the little 3S's, and all my radios worked fine with it, but that darn little 7300 had so many spikes and overshoots that it would shut me down.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a mod for that where no matter where you set the power, it still spikes to 100 watts first time you speak.
Yeah. And 100 watts into a mercury is no good.
No, that's no good.
Oh, I say that put it in scramble mode, don't it?
Yep.
It shut it down.
That's what I meant, Roger.
I got 3 radios left, and none of them do that. The only one that did it was the 7300, and that was one of my favorite radios.
You can set the milliseconds, it won't do that.
No, I'll set it all.
Gotta go into it's a different menu, but you better write down what you do before you do it.
It doesn't make any difference about the delay or anything. It's just, once it, you said hello, sooner or later it's going to spike, and it did.
What? Hey, Wayne?
Yeah.
What it does, say if you set the radio on 50 watts, your power control on 50 watts, your first word will jump to 100, then it'll suck it back to 50.
Yep.
Well, that's just don't work out on them solid state amps. It kicks them off.
Okay. You get enough delay in it to phase it out, can you? You know what I'm talking about? Then put the 2 pins in the back and go into the secret menu, where they work on them.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, but that won't stop that. They have to do a ALC mod on them. Well, it's actually a repair. My 7600 was doing that too. Had to send it back.
It's the same thing.
My 76 didn't do it, Mitch.
Yeah, only the early ones did. They fixed it in the later ones.
My 7610 didn't do it either.
Only the early 7600s did it. They fixed it in the later ones.
There was a guy on YouTube who came up what he said was a fix. He was thinking, did you see that mod where he was using a 9-volt battery and feeding that in back into the 7300?
Yeah, it's an ALC mod, yeah.
Yeah, that was a pretty simple mod, and he said it worked. It probably could have worked.
Well, the best way to do it is to make you up a regulated 9-volt supply with an adjustment on it, and then you can set it. You can set it from a 0 to 100. That way it won't spike.
But I went to the Mercury forum on Facebook and the 7300 also, and it was less than 50% of the 7300s that appeared to be doing it. A lot of people say, "Well, I leave my wattmeter and I don't see it." A lot of times you don't see it.
Oh,
but it's there.
No, you won't see it. Happens so fast. Just on the first word, it'll fly about 100 watts, and then it'll suck it back right quick. If you're not watching a PEP wattmeter with a slow movement, you will never see it.
My neighbor down here, old Ernest, he had a 940, I believe it was. It was a 940, and he'd say hello, and that 940 would shoot up to 200 watts.
Yep. Well, back when everybody run a tube amp, let's say running 8877 or something, it didn't really matter. But
well, I ran that little 7300 for a couple of years into my little T-Tech Hercules, and it never did do anything to the Hercules. It was probably doing it, but the Hercules was not shutting down.
Right. Well, hopefully the one I get don't do it. I hope it don't, but if it does, I'll send it right back to them.
What kind of amp do you run now?
Oh, I'm just running away. I'm not running nothing just right now but 100 watts. But when I run one, I just run OAL80A or B.
Well, never bother you on those.
Oh no, it won't hurt them. No matter. But I got some other amps that it would. I got a 5CX, 3CX 5000. Only takes about 20 watts to drive, and if I hit it with 100, it'd probably jump off the floor.
I feel good.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to hit it with 100 watts.
Well, I don't ever hit my transistor with more than 25 watts.
Well, but some of them do. Not all of them. Hopefully, they got that issue fixed now.
Must have fixed it in mine, because it don't bother any transistor I've run on it. I run a lot of transistors on those.
I was talking on the toolbox one night that I knew it was doing it on that 7600 right here. And all of a sudden I'd see that meter just peg out. You could hear it go clink. Oh, what the hell is going on here? You know, and then I'd be talking and I'd hear it clink, and I'd look over and the watt meter would run plumb up at the, you know, it run plumb out of sight. And that's how I figured out it was doing it.
In your service manual, there's a light block in there that you can tune. And that's supposed to work on most amps.
Yeah, but it don't stop that radio from spiking at 100 watts.
Oh, you're just buffering it, what you're doing. November 4 Echo Bravo.
Step 46.
4BK. WNMT.
And 3D.
Hey, Robert?
Yeah, but
This big old 5000 doesn't spike on it. Well, I couldn't tell you a thing about mine or pay attention to it. Well, like Mitch said, you can't, it's hard to tell it. About the only way you can tell it is you run it with a solid state amp and see what happens. But this one, it runs perfectly with the mercury. Yeah, that's good. You know, with this gear off, I ain't never run nothing but the tube amps, Meritrons and Commanders and stuff like that.
things ought to start spiking, tear up everything you got up.
No, if it ain't doing it now, it won't never do it.
Not all of them does it, Wayne. You probably got a good one.
Don't know. I've got 3 transistor amps, and I've run all of them on it. It never has torn none up yet.
Well, yours is good then.
What amplifiers do you run?
Different ones. I've got 2 homemade ones and one of those RM Italy's.
I figured if it was going to do it, it'd do it on an RM Italy.
Now, I don't ever drive them more 20 watts, 20, 25 watts.
Well, you'd see it on the watt meter, because you'd see it spike up. Whatever that amp would do, if it'll do 1,000 watts, you'd look over and your watt meter would be drifting off 1,000 watts, so you'd know if it was doing it.
It hadn't done it yet. It might start doing it, but it hasn't.
No, it won't start doing it. They come that way. Out of the box, they like that.
How old is this thing, Arnie? I come got it when I got the little amp. It's about a year old, ain't it? A year and a half, or what is it? I'd say close to a year, Wayne. We had that little amp a little over a year. Had the radio about a week or 2 before I got the amp. Well, it's a little over a year old then. Maybe it's later than the ones that spiked, I don't know. Now, I was told that and I did what I was told to do. I was told that it would do what you're talking about. It was driving too hard when you first keyed it. And I did what I was told to do. In that service menu, you put 2 plugs in the back, Mitch. You get in there, and then you set it's got numbers, and you set it to them numbers.
Well, that may be the cure for it. Wasn't no cure for the 7600 other than send it back.
I don't know, but I'm hoping it don't start knocking them out.
Wait a minute, Mitch, you just sent it back, or did you send it back to get it repaired?
I sent it back to ICOM, and they fixed it for free because they knew that was an issue, so they fixed it for nothing. Sent it back to me.
Oh, that's good.
They paid shipping both ways, so they knew they had that issue.
I like the 7600. They're a heck of a radio.
Oh, I love it. Boy, trade it for a paper put.
Well, a lot of difference in the 73 and the 76, except you got more things you can do with the 73 where you can just touch it, and it's got a little touch screen where I have a lot of pains and everything where I don't feel like moving around a lot. I can just touch stuff and make everything happen.
Well, I will be getting me one. I'm going to save my pennies up and get me one probably before the year's over.
Roger gets them and gives them away.
Yeah, you want one? I took mine at the Charleston Hamfest. I think I got either 8 or 825 out of it. I could have got more, but I didn't want to sit there all day and guard it at a table.
I know where you went is for a grand, but he's just got it, but they run anywhere from 600 all the way to about 8.5.
You don't find too many for 600.
Well, I found them. There's several around, but you don't hit them all the time. They're around 8 most of the time.
You know, when I paid for my first one,
you probably got a rebate on, or you probably paid whatever it was.
no rebate, $14.99.
Wow. Got $200 back on mine.
Well, this was one of the first ones that came out. It was before our rebates hit the market.
Well, they was giving $100 rebate on them, and when I ordered it and the card came in, it was good for $200.
Yeah, but I bought mine about 7 years before you.
Yeah. When they first came out, Dr. Field got the first one that I know of. And that's been about 7, 8 years ago.
Yeah, $14.99.
Boy, they didn't stay up there long. They cut them and started destroying the whole year's market.
Yeah, this was the market with them, did it? They're just good radios. I love them.
I got this one just temporary. I was going to go on. I couldn't make up my mind where I wanted an 870 or I can't remember what it was, but the 870 Kenwood is the only one that I like sound of, and that I like a 5,000 Yazoo. That Roberts, I like it, and I like and a couple of the radios, but I got this thing to hold me until I decided what I wanted. And I got to liking it, and I like it just as well as anything I had. I'm going to keep it and the way it is. If it tears up or it smokes, I can throw it in the garbage
see you go get me then.
I'll see you cats tomorrow night about whenever y'all get on. 7-3, everybody. Arnie, good to hear you, buddy. Sure been missing you.
Good night, Mitch. Missed you too, brother, and good to hear you, Will. We'll try to get in here and holler at you tomorrow night.
All right. Good to hear you too, Roger.
Back anytime, buddy. We're in here with. Sit here and chit-chat.
All right, Robert. Good to hear you too, Roger. See y'all later, W4COX.
All right, good to hear you. Good night, Mitch. WNM.
See you later, Gator.
Hey, you wore out yet?
Oh, yeah, I was sitting here debating when I was going to try to get up and get in the shower. They all done went to bed, and I hate to sit here and be loud on the radio, and I have to turn it up to where I can hear, and they done hollered at me and want me to turn it down, so. But I'm going to talk till I get hard, and I go get me a shower and just turn it off.
You reckon we ordered any brother?
No. Hey, go, Arnie.
It'll be all right, won't it, Robert?
Yeah, well, let's call Leon.
Yeah, we need to call him and get his butt back up.
Yeah. Fellas, I really enjoyed the night, and good to hear you too, Roger and Robert. And Arnie. Fellas, I'm white, so I may go listen to them up on the hill, but I don't think I ain't got enough energy to talk anymore. But God bless all of you and your families. We'll do her next time. Ain't greedy.
Well, good night, Wayne. Good talking with you, Bubby.
Good night, Wayne, buddy. Your little 7300 sounds great. I don't think you would ever improve yourself. That's a great sounding radio. WAMC. All right, Wayne. We'll talk to you a little later, buddy, and enjoy it. Yeah, take care of yourself. We'll probably wind up listening to that. Look right at what too. You're ready to sleep. Hey, Robert. Yeah. And the little Flex 6300 is so small, I've got it just sitting up on the second layer of cabinetry here in the hutch. And I left my 5,000 on the table, mainly because I don't have any place to put it. But I'm telling you, it's killing me to look at it and not turn it on. I got the other one on, but to answer your question, I believe the 5,000 might be my favorite. Oh, I heard that. There's Donald Duck.
It's the wide, he's spreading it right on out.
Dad don't miss me if they feed off as it get this freezing night down for you.
We're before Echo Bravo. We better do that.
WAMT. Yeah, KY4BK. You know what's really bad? They jump on us if we're a little bit late identifying them. They'll let that guy there do what he's doing all night long. Yeah, that bunch on 7200 too. You know, that don't make sense.
Yeah, but you get a little slow ID and then they'll try to take your license.
You know, there's one that's really bad on 3927. I mean, everybody checks in there. He's got some smart aleck remark. And I got news for you. You know what? He's been checking in on 3933 of the night too.
Oh, you must be talking about Tom Water.
Well, Tom, I was thinking one I was talking about, his name might be Johnny.
Oh, WPW?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a little wide and he's running around like this.
Yeah, it's just a disposition that I have a hard time getting over by with.
Oh, I don't pay no mind to him.